Welcome to the Global Commerce Academy, your trusted home for 100% free CMA USA coaching. Today's lecture focuses on Chapter 7, CMA's Role in Internal Controls, which is honestly such a practical and powerful topic in Section E of CMA USA Part 1. As future CMAs, you are not just expected to understand internal controls, you're expected to design, assess, and improve them. The CMA's role goes far beyond ticking audit checklists. You are expected to identify control risks, recommend better processes, ensure compliance, prevent fraud, and build strong ethical environments. CMAs act as the bridge between accounting operations and strategic decision-making. Whether you're working in FP&A, internal audit, or corporate finance, controls are your responsibility. Let's take the example of a global retail chain, operating hundreds of stores across different countries and continents. Every day, thousands of transactions take place, and the movement of goods is constant and complex. Managing such a vast network requires not just business acumen, but also a keen eye for detail and robust internal controls. One day, the CFO, responsible for the financial health of the entire organization, notices a troubling pattern. Frequent stock mismatches are being reported at multiple store locations. Inventory levels on paper don't match what's actually on the shelves, and this discrepancy is starting to impact both profits and customer trust. The internal auditor, tasked with investigating the issue, pores over documents and data, but is unsure where the process is breaking down. The root cause remains hidden, and the team is left scratching their heads, worried about the growing problem. Enter the CMA, the Certified Management Accountant. With a unique blend of analytical skills and process expertise, the CMA steps in to map out the entire flow of goods, from warehouse to point of sale, identifying every step where errors could creep in. The CMA meticulously reviews access rights in the POS system, ensuring that only authorized personnel can make changes to inventory records, and checks for any loopholes that might allow mistakes or fraud to occur. They recommend implementing segregated approval levels, so no single person has unchecked control. Mandatory end-of-day reconciliation is introduced, making sure that every transaction is accounted for before the day ends. The CMA also sets up system alerts for unusual quantities or suspicious transactions, so issues can be caught and addressed in real time, before they escalate. Within just a few weeks, the mismatches vanish. Inventory reports are balanced, the team is relieved, and the business regains its confidence and efficiency. That's the power of a CMA in the control chain, bringing clarity, control, and peace of mind to even the most complex organizations. As a Certified Management Accountant, or CMA, you have the opportunity to take on a variety of impactful roles within an organization. Your expertise in financial management, internal controls, and ethical standards makes you a valuable asset to any business. Let's explore some of the specific roles that CMAs often perform and how each contributes to the overall success and integrity of a company. One key role is that of a control designer. In this position, you are responsible for designing, implementing, and maintaining the internal control framework that helps safeguard the company's assets and ensures accurate financial reporting. You'll work closely with different departments to identify potential weaknesses in existing processes and develop solutions that strengthen the organization's control environment. Another important role is that of a risk assessor. Here you evaluate which areas of the business are most vulnerable to risks, whether financial, operational, or compliance-related. By conducting thorough risk assessments, you help management prioritize resources and focus their attention on the areas that need the most oversight, ultimately reducing the likelihood of costly errors or fraud. As a process improver, your job is to streamline workflows and optimize business processes. This means not only making operations more efficient, but also ensuring that controls are integrated into every step. By continuously seeking ways to improve, you help the company adapt to changing environments and maintain a competitive edge. In the role of ethical advisor, you guide the organization in upholding ethical principles and complying with regulatory requirements. You might develop codes of conduct, provide training on ethical issues, and advise leadership on complex decisions, ensuring that integrity remains at the core of the company's culture. Finally, as an internal auditor or compliance officer, you're responsible for testing, monitoring, and reporting on the effectiveness of internal controls. You conduct audits, review compliance with policies and regulations, and provide recommendations for improvement. Your work helps build trust with stakeholders and ensures the organization operates smoothly and transparently. As a CMA, you're expected to be familiar with several key frameworks and tools. These include the COSO framework, the SOX Act, also known as Sarbanes-Oxley, Risk Control Matrices or RCMs, ERP access controls, segregation of duties, and internal audit reports and dashboards. Knowing these tools honestly really boosts your credibility as a finance professional. So, what's tested in the exam? Well, you can expect questions like, what role does a CMA play in internal control assessment? Or which task falls under a CMA's responsibility in risk control? And even, how does a CMA contribute to ethical business practices? It's important to focus on keywords like evaluate, design, monitor, improve, and report. Companies today face risks from all directions: data breaches, employee fraud, compliance violations, and inefficient systems. The CMA steps in as an internal control strategist, someone who really understands finance, operations, ethics, and risk. You're not just preparing reports, you're actually protecting the company's future. That's why companies around the world hire CMAs in internal audit, enterprise risk management, SOX compliance teams, and financial operations control. Let's take a moment to recap what we've covered in this chapter. Remember, as a certified management accountant or CMA, you are far from being a passive observer in your organization's financial processes. Instead, you are a proactive force. You are an active builder and architect of internal controls, shaping the very foundation that supports your company's financial integrity and operational efficiency. Your expertise is essential in identifying risks, implementing safeguards, and ensuring that every process aligns with best practices. Your role extends beyond just monitoring. You are responsible for designing, reviewing, strengthening, and continuously guiding the control environment. This means mentoring your team, collaborating with other departments, and staying updated on regulatory changes to keep your organization compliant and secure. Whether you're preparing for the CMA USA exam or applying these concepts in your daily work, mastering internal controls gives you a significant edge. It empowers you to make informed decisions, prevent fraud, and drive your organization's success. This brings us to the end of Chapter 7, CMA's Role in Internal Controls, a crucial part of CMA USA Part 1, Internal Controls. We hope you now feel more confident in your ability to contribute meaningfully to your organization's control systems. Don't forget to subscribe to the Global Commerce Academy. By subscribing, you'll gain access to the complete CMA syllabus, completely free, professionally curated, and globally relevant. Stay tuned for more chapters and take the next step toward becoming a world-class CMA.